Hello, my lovely ladies, and welcome to another video to my channel. My name is Emilia, and for today, I decided to continue with my unboxing slash first impression videos. I have purchased additional fragrances which I wanted to share, and I have one fragrance that I've been waiting for more than 1 year to have it in my collections, and finally I have it. So if you're interested to find out which one is it, because it's one of the most hyped fragrance, at least back in 2022, and since it was launched, everyone was talking about it, and it's so popular. And finally, I had the chance to have it. So stay tuned. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. We are all about fragrances. And welcome to my channel if you're new to this channel. And let's get started. So I'm going to open up fragrances that I just purchased. And obviously, majority I haven't smelled, but some might be familiar, or I might have read about them a lot, because usually that's how I do blind buys. I check several websites to see about the fragrance. Then obviously I will read a lot on comments, watch videos as well to see what people think about those fragrances. And if there's something that is very close to my scent profiles that I like, which are floral, citrusy, fresh, sweet, ambery, these are kind of the scents that I'm looking for. Obviously, I will go for it. The first one that I'm going to talk to you guys about, and we are going to open, so it's going to be an unboxing as well. It's Versace Eros Femme. This is the Eau de Toilette version. I was reading a lot between the Eau de Parfum, Eros pour Femme version, and the Eau de Toilette. And majority of people said that the Eau de Toilette, the EDT formulation, it's more pleasant and they enjoyed it more. So based upon that, I said I will purchase this one. However, I have in mind to have the EDP added also to my collection at a later point. Now, this is more citrusy compared to the Eau de Parfum, which is more of a, as I know, if I'm not mistaken, it's more of a woody, ambery, and powdery. This, it's going more into the citrusy, fruity, sweet floral. And I have other Versace fragrances in my collections, and I super enjoy them. Some of them being EDP and EDT formulations, and they have great performance. So I hope that I don't have to doubt it. All the Versace fragrances have this Medusa head on it. I love the details that they give. And this is a 50 milliliter version, so 1.6 or 1.7 fluid ounce, 1.7. This is very citrusy in the opening, you do get it. And it's a sweet citrusy. And it's a very cute bottle. I super adore it. We have here musky, floral, sweet, fresh accords. Now, the Eau de Toilette version, which is this one that I have here in my hand, it's created by Alberto Morillas, and it's considered to be more of a floral, woody musk fragrance, and it was launched in 2016. And we have very interesting top notes. We have Sicilian lemon, raspberry, white currant, mandarin orange, and cologne. In the middle, we have magnolia, jasmine, orange blossom, and freesia. As we can see, they play a lot on the citrusiness because we have mandarin orange in the opening, then we have orange blossom in the middle, and then we have in the base notes musk, ambroxan, woody notes, and patchouli. So usually when we have patchouli, ambroxan, and woody notes in fragrances, make the fragrance to last longer. So I have high hopes in this case. It's a very fresh, very zesty fragrance. It gives me the same vibe as Dylan Blue by Versace. And just that this is more citrusy, where the other one I feel is more appley citrus. But here definitely you will get that citrusy, zesty, it's like mouth watering, if I can say that. And basically, the eau de toilette came out after the eau de parfum that was launched back in 2014. So this one came out 2 years after. And there are also male fragrances available. Very amazing house, I would say, Versace has. Um, we have, the exception in the bottle design as well, because the original one is not transparent. This one is here in the middle part. And for me, this is super interesting. And even the juice, if you can check it, it's a more green yellowish. I don't know if you have had this Fanta that with lime, not lemon. It looks to me like that, the color. I, I'm not sure how much you can see it on the camera, but that's how it looks like. And absolute amazing scent from first impression. Um, because of this fruity, florally, juicy scent profile, I would say that this would be something, like summer in a bottle. It's very vibrant. It's very summery, fresh. So I wouldn't really lean to wear this somewhere between, let's say, November to March, at least in Cyprus, because this is when we have colder season. Yes, I might put it on and off during the colder season when I might be having those rainy days when I feel like nostalgic and I feel that I want, that vibrant, sunny day like vibes. I might go for it. But other than that, I think it's perfect more for summer when you have this heat. Um, I think that's when this would really, really shine. Um, it smells really, really nice. I mean, I cannot stop sniffing my hand because it's so good. And what I like is that you do get this uh, citrusiness, this tartness in the opening, but because it's mixed well with the sweetness, it's a perfect citrusiness. I would say it's like a lemon cheesecake. I'm not sure if you have it in your country, but here in Cyprus, yes, we do have lemon cheesecake, and that's what this reminds me of. Is this yummy, yellowy, mouth-watering lemon sauce on a beautiful cheesecake. So amazing. I mean, I absolutely love it, and I do hope it will be a love forever, because that's what I'm doing when I'm buying fragrances. I want to have them in my collection, and obviously forever if possible. So this was Versace Eros pour Femme, the eau de toilette version. Then I'm going to move on, and I'm going to talk to you again about another backup bottle. And this is purely because I found amazing deal. And second of all, it's a fragrance that I super enjoy. I absolutely love. It's one of the fragrances that I do believe represents me. It's something that over here it's super overpriced in retail stores. When I purchased mine one the previous year, it was at a retail store that they had discounts, and for 50 milliliters back then I paid 80 something euros, so close to 90 euros for 50 milliliters. And obviously that is a high price for a fragrance. I mean, fragrances are luxury items. It's not a necessity. It's not like food. And obviously, when you are doing something like I'm doing, like I'm buying fragrances and doing reviews, I'm very precautious at the price points that I'm paying. And obviously, I don't want to pay retail prices, knowing that the same fragrance I can buy it in an outlet store at a much more affordable prices, and I would call it fair prices. So obviously, because there were sales, I purchased and I didn't hesitate to put my hands on. This time I paid 89 euros for the double size almost of My Way by Giorgio Armani. I know for some of you, My Way might be not your way, but for me, this is a superb fragrance for those that they like tuberose, those that they like vanilla, citrus accords, and some animalic accords. This is the one that I purchased last year. As you can see, I'll try to show it to you like this. There is some dent. Again, I haven't used it too much and as much I really wanted to. So I was gravitating towards this to use it. However, because I said I will not find it at the same price again and so on, I wasn't using it. However, now that I have a backup bottle, I don't care. I will just use it whenever I want it and when I feel I want to use it. Um, this is heavy on tuberose. So if you like L'Interdit by Givenchy, which is heavy again on tuberose, you will love this one. This is very bubbly, um, kind of like a chewing gum, but I would say a happy chewing gum. Um, it does turn down a bit like berries in it, and I don't know, it's most likely because of the combinations that it has. At least that's how it comes down on my skin, and it's super fragrance. I love it. It's a fragrance that has been around since 2020, and it has been created by Carlos Benaim. He has really amazing fragrances as well in his portfolio, and Bruno Jovanovic. And we have here in the opening orange blossom and bergamot. So we have again citrusiness. In the middle notes, we have Indian jasmine and the star tuberose. And in the base, we have Madagascar vanilla, Virginian cedar, and a white musk. So we don't have this patchouli. It's not heavy. It's very feminine, very girly, very bubbly scent for me. And even though I have colleagues that they are wearing it in the office at work where I'm working, um, I tend to, don't care about that because it's a scent that I really, really enjoy. It's long-lasting fragrance, even though it has a lot of, florals in it. And it doesn't have, let's say, patchouli or ambroxan, which usually makes the fragrance last longer. Um, for me, this is juvenile, this is young, fun, girly, pinky scent. So this is what for me this stands. I love also the bottle, the presentation, it's amazing. Um, there is a My Way Intense, which in my opinion, even though I super adore the original, I don't see a point of having it in the case where you have the original. However, if you're looking or consider buying one of them, try both of them and see which one you would go for. Because I couldn't really see a big difference, I never actually said I'm going to go for the intense version. However, this year they have launched My Way Parfum, which comes in a very beautiful bottle. It has like dégradé bottle. It kind of like reminds me of Paradiso range fragrances because that they have this dégradé kind of like bottles, which again, amazing fragrances. And other flankers that they came up with for My Way would be My Way Floral and My Way Nacre. But for now, I'm super happy with this. Obviously, it's a fragrance that is not going to annoy people if you're going to wear it. For me, this is a scent profile that goes very well with L'Interdit, or you have other fragrances, maybe Scandal range, something like that. Um, so for me, you know, hands down, projection good, sillage good. Um, you know, obviously because of the chemistry of each one of us, it's worth testing it. Um, some of you might consider it, you know, amazing. Some of you might not like it at all. For me, this is again one of those scents that either you like it or you don't like it. It's kind of like polarizing. Um, for me, it's, you know, a scent that will put you noticed. Whenever I'm wearing it, I'm getting compliments on it. People are like, "What are you wearing? It smells nice on you." It's floral. They can distinguish that, and obviously it puts me also in a very good mood whenever I'm wearing it, and I love that. I mean, it's my happy scent, if I can say that. Um, you know, it's absolute delicious, sweet fragrance, and something that goes and evolves. It starts nice and it develops even into more beautiful scent. Um, so all I can say is that I really, really adore this scent, and I guess this says it all. Moving on, I have one gift that I received from my store. So it's a hand cream. I'm not familiar with this, but I just thought I point it out in this video purely because it has been sent to me as a gift for my purchases. So this video, it's not sponsored. And obviously, we do have kind of like small incentives for the customers. Whenever we are purchasing here Cyprus products, we do get samples from stores. We do get um, actual full-size products here, usually creams. But when it comes to fragrances, they just send us samples like this. Now, the next fragrance that I've been chasing for some time, and I was like, shall I add it? Shall I not add it? But I super adore the bottle. And second of all, my girls put me to smell it a few months ago, back in summertime. And because in retail store the price was humongous, I said I will not go for it. But this time I found it in my lovely store from where I'm shopping, and I purchased a gift set. And this is A Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. And I have the 80 milliliter, so the full size bottle of the fragrance, and a body lotion. Yes. And it's the red shoe. I have the original one, which I super, super adore. And actually, it was between my first fragrances that entered into my collection and started my craziness journey for fragrances. As you can see, it's superb. It's absolutely amazing. Super, super sexy. I love these shoes. I'm many times seeing them in the shops and I adore them. I think it's something very feminine, very sexy, very unique. The sprayer is from here. So I'll try to apply it here. Compared to the original, it's more on the fruity side, so floral as well. The main accords of this one, of the Very Good Girl, would be rose, fresh, also tropical, soft, spicy, sweet, sour you will get, and some fruitiness. Now, what really attracted me on this fragrance was the um, ingredients that it has, the perfume pyramid, basically. Um, it's very unique because it has red currant. I absolutely loved eating red currants when I was a child. I was, in the summertime visiting my grandma, and all the time in the backyard she used to have red currants for us, and we were going with my sister behind and just munching them, eating them. And that's what this reminds me of my childhood. Happy times, you know. It has also lychee. In the middle, we have some rose, and in the base, we have vanilla and vetiver. And as mentioned, I smelled it in a store. Actually, what really amazed me is that day when I smelled this particular fragrance, I tested several fragrances. We had these diamond-shaped testers in the store, and I tested at least like 10 different fragrances. And from all those, this one stood out performance-wise. So on the paper card, it was still present the third day the scent. So I could still put it close to my nose and I could smell it. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. With the original one, the fragrance itself on my skin performs really well. I mean, it stays at least for 1 day on my skin. I apply it in the morning and nighttime, I can still smell it. And on my clothes, even more. So knowing that it has an amazing performance and longevity, basically, that's why I said, why not? I will test it. You know, and I liked it, even though some of you might not like it. The other reason why I purchased this is that many people say that this is close to Delina. Now, currently, Delina is not available in my country, so really I cannot go ahead and tell you if that's the case or not. But many people point that thing out, that it's close to Delina, and some of them they said it's even a dupe for Delina. Have that in mind. If you have Delina, go around the stores, smell this one, and maybe let me know in the comments box below this video if that's the case or not. And it's an absolute amazing bottle. I really, really like it. It's very feminine, and I don't feel it that it's so deep and dark as the original one. I feel this is more vibrant, more light, more bright, if I can say. I don't mean light as easy disappearing in the air. I mean light as it doesn't have the depthness. It has this sharpness, tartness, and it's something that I really, really like at this point. I don't think it's something that would turn sour on me, at least not at this point, but it's really interesting. And obviously there are series of these beautiful shoes. They are absolutely amazing. I mean, starting from the original one, we have the Good Girl Supreme, you have the Leger version, which is again one that is really, really beloved in the fragrance community. Then they came out with Good Girl Glam, Good Girl Velvet Fatale. There are several fragrances out there. There's also Fantastic Pink, Good Girl Blush, Good Girl Midnight, Good Girl Fantasy, um, Good Girl Supreme, Superstar, um, Good Girl Dot Drama Collection, Glorious Gold Collection. So there are loads of flankers out there. Obviously, depending from the country that you're in, you might have difficulties in finding them. You might find just the original or maybe even the red one and not the other ones. Same like here. Obviously, I'll be hunting for more shoes because they're superb and I love them. And I might build up a collection of the shoes. So that was Carolina Herrera, very good girl. And since it came with a set, let me show you also the body lotions. I absolutely love this red color. Is this boom in your face. Let me try the cream also out. See how close it is. At first sniff, it's a lighter version of the perfume. I don't get that strong fragrance, so it's lightly scented body lotion. But as a gift set, it's amazing. I mean, it's worth every penny. For the 80 milliliter fragrance set, I paid 75 euros. Whereas the fragrance itself, if you would buy it in a retail store, for 50 milliliters, I'm talking about, you would pay 95 euros. So I said, why not? It's an amazing deal. And the last fragrance is going to be one that I mentioned in the intro of this video that I've been looking to have it for a year. And it's actually been sent to me as a tester. It actually has been gifted to me by one of my nephews that I'm having in Morocco. and it's Baccarat Rouge 540, the original one, by Maison Francis Kurkdijan. And when I smelled it, because I was familiar with other creations of Kurkdijan, I said I could distinguish in this Burberry hair, the original one, because it does have that. However, it's not that sweet. It's more on the woody side, whereas the other one that I mentioned, it's more on a fruity side. And this is one of those fragrances that has been hyped up. It's very, very pricey. Over here in my country, you will find it ranging between 250 to 500 euros, depending from the bottle size that you're purchasing, obviously. This comes in an eau de parfum concentration, and this has accords of woody, amber, fresh, warm, spicy, aromatic, animalic, and metallic. And this fragrance is, you know, superb. Um, I would like to find other dupes for this fragrance as well because, you know, price point wise, it's on the higher end. Um, this was launched actually back in 2015, and I think the hype for this fragrance started with YouTube, social media, and that's why this became so well known, so popular. Um, it's a crowd pleaser. It's a fragrance that gets you compliments, obviously, because you know it's something really, really outstanding. And compared to the other fragrances that I have, putting aside the fragrances that they are similar to this, you know, it's unique. Um, it has saffron, it has jasmine in the opening. Then we have amberwood and ambergris in the middle, and in the base notes we have fir resin and cedar, and absolute amazing scent. I mean, I don't think people would get offended by it, even if you would be wearing it for office or work. Um, Obviously, from the reviews and so on, I know it's a fragrance that lasts long. And, you know, given the fact that I have Ariana Grande Cloud, I have Burberry Her, I will be using more those ones. And this one, I will be dedicating it just for more special occasions. Um, but, you know, it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. Um, and, you know, super happy to have it. It's basically a dream come true when I got this. Um, Obviously, some might say that it leans towards more masculine. I do get that, especially if I would compare it to Burberry Hair, for example, which is more sweet but has the similar DNA of this. Yes, I would agree that it's more towards a masculine edge. Obviously, some men might want to wear it. So, you know, when it comes to fragrances, it's something very, very personal. It's down to each one of our preferences and obviously finances. So I'm not going to say that this is just for women. Everyone is free to choose and wear whatever fragrance he or she likes, um, because you know it's what makes you feel good, what makes you, you know, cheered up. And for me, this is an absolute must have if you can afford it. Um, and obviously, if you're interested in starting your niche fragrance collection, I think it would be a great point to start with. Obviously, all the time, my suggestions when it comes to niche ones, try to buy testers, same as I got tester from my nephew. Um, because they're much more affordable compared to buying it from a retail store. So that's one advice. Second of all, if you're testing or trying niche fragrances, go out and test as much as possible because they are quite unique. They're not so much crowd pleasing, I would say. I would dare to say that, as the fragrances that you might find in normal retail shops, such as the ones that I showed you before, because they're much more easier to love them. Um, the niche fragrances, they do have their uniqueness, and if you love a fragrance, you appreciate them, you will love and appreciate those niche fragrances as well. Just keep in mind that you know you need to test them out and see if you would like them or not, and keep searching. That's my advice. Now, wrapping it up, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so, and let me know if you have this fragrance or any of the dupes. What do you think about this fragrance or the other fragrances that I have here shown you? And I'm happy to hear from any kind of feedbacks, any suggestions, recommendations from your side as well. Until next time, thank you so much for helping growing with the channel, and stay safe and have a bright day. Bye bye for now.